Inequality Exhibition Award Ceremony. So we were lucky enough to engage local artists and activists, Roosevelt Watson III, to judge this show. Here are some of the things that about Roosevelt. Jacksonville native Roosevelt Watson III is a painter working in surreal, abstract, and expressionist modes. A dedicated studio artist, he earned his BFA from the Atlanta College of Art, now the Savannah College of Art and Design, and is a recipient of the Community Arts Foundation Arts Venture Grant. His work has been displayed in major institutions throughout Florida and beyond. For 8 months, his work was on exhibit at the Cummer Museum of Art and Gardens as part of the LIFT, Contemporary Expressions of the African American Experience. Mr. Watson says, "My work examines contemporary Black experiences. As a visual historian, I use art to create dialogue around societal issues and create space for empathy and observance. As an artist, I am interested in displaying the range of human emotion through the use of abstract expressionism. I use color, shapes, and symbols around loose physical forms to allow the viewer to reflect on how they process emotion." Roosevelt and his wife, educator and activist Shawana Brooks, established the 6 Feet Away Gallery. You can very easily find many online articles about the 6 Feet Away Gallery. I encourage you to take a look. So, we're ready for the first place. Our first place winner is artist Corey Morgott for her work titled Beseech. Is Corey here? Okay. Roosevelt had this to say about Corey's work. "I related to the subject matter and color palette selection. The young girl felt lost, but using the color purple to find her way to healing and self-worth. As protection from those who are misguided, directing feelings of hatred from their lowest self-esteem as Black girls." Corey was in our last exhibition, Purple Rain. Her portraits are always wonderfully executed. She has a style all her own. She has 5 pieces in this show. She has Mirror, Soul Sisters, up above, Still Fighting, and We Will Not Forget, which is one of my favorites. Somebody else we lost in 2020. So congratulations, Corey, if you're online. Thank you for submitting your wonderful work. Okay, now for the second place winner. Our second place winner is Annalise Stegro for her work titled Break Free from Form. Break Free From, sorry. And Annalise does a lot of these kind of works. Roosevelt had this to say about her work. "The words and use of imagery ring symbolic to this particular piece. The shoes seem to signify a separation of 2 selves and countries divided, spiritual and mental. The elements are in a powerful conversation while shrouded in red, white, and blue shots, questioning America." Annalise, come on down. I feel like saying the art is right. Congratulations. And can you talk a little bit about your technique?
Oh.
Just a little something real quick. This is a woodcut.
On the spot.
Yeah.
This is actually a linoleum. So I draw on the linoleum, which is like my substrate. Actually, the paper is the substrate. Sorry. I draw on the linoleum, then I cut it out using various different tools. I have the U-shape, V-shape, flat edge, and you have to think positive and negative besides just line, because what you carve away will be white, and what you leave solid will take the color. So after you carve everything, then you roll it with ink, and I roll multiple colors at one time. So it's hard to get one image that looks exactly the same, because I hand pull and I roll multiple colors. Then you put the paper on top, and then you press it using various methods. Since I do it by hand, I start with a spoon and go all the way around. Then various brayers and flat items. Like I have a round bamboo piece that comes from Japan that's really handy with that too.
Can I ask you, as far as there's metallic in it, now is that something you went
was-
over top of it with?
Yeah, afterwards.
Okay.
Yep.
Very nice. Congratulations. Yay. All right. Now we're going to go to third place. Our third place winner is artist Julie Manor. Where are you, Julie? I know you're here. For her work, My Truth. Okay. Here's what Roosevelt Watson had to say about Julie's piece. The use of space between the lines from the 2x4s is wonderful imagery. The traffic signs give visuals to dialogue of the police and the communities they serve. The tension of multiple identities and perspectives is evident. And if you look at this piece, you can see the quotes that are down on the sides. And I'd like Julie to maybe introduce her guests if you feel comfortable, and talk about your piece a little bit.
This piece is called My Truth. I cycled through several different names, but I came up with My Truth as part of the statement that Lakeisha made here. She responded to the only night that we had that was there was some unrest in Jacksonville, and as a policewoman, she responded to that unrest the night that George Floyd was murdered. She posted a selfie online and this quote, and I was so totally moved by what she must be feeling. The dichotomy is the word that she used, of being a police officer, of being a black person, and of being a woman. And I just felt like I had to get it out, so I painted her on the window from Jacksonville, and I thought, that was going to be the end of the story. But I just never felt that it was complete, so I repainted her again without her uniform, but still affected by the events of that night, with the blue lights and nothing else. Then I struggled with how to put it together, and I really wanted to show them together to show the duality of being without her uniform and in her uniform, and kind of mirroring what her quote says, that she is a proud representative of law enforcement and also the black community. So there is a duality to that as well. So I only met her through texting up until today. So we've had several conversations about her in this position and me trying to portray it. And I feel like we've just almost become friends online. And I'm just glad to be able to represent her and her feelings of that moment.
First of all, I just being here, I am just overwhelmed with emotion, and this is my first time meeting her face to face.
Sorry,
Thank
that doesn't work right now.
Obviously, I'm just so happy that I was able to capture this moment for this very moment. So I've been a police officer for 22 years, and on this night, thank you so much. So on this night was the first night I understood that I was both black and blue. And I posted this because I wanted to make my voice known and heard, being in this brown skin for a long time, so I could understand a lot of the plight of the African Americans' cries, but also I understand on the blue side as well. So being out there, standing out there with my brothers and sisters in blue, trying to uphold the law and protect people's First Amendment rights, but also hearing the cries of people in the streets. It was very heartbreaking that night. So I hope that from all of this that some unity comes about and that people will come and embrace the art in here, because this is the beginning of the foundation of where we heal at. And I'm just happy that my truth is being on display today. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're happy to have Lakeisha and Julie here today. All righty. That's going to be a hard one to follow. All righty. So now we're going on to honorable mentions. There are two. And the first one today is Wendy Means for her piece titled Race. That's right here. And let me read what Roosevelt had to say about this. I enjoy the composition and the common symbol of the heart, that the heart is what matters and not color or race. So you can see this is a wonderfully executed acrylic on canvas. So come on in. Denise got an honorable mention for her piece. It's a mixed media piece for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Obviously, the content has to do with George Floyd and his murder. Would you like to come and say a few words about your technique as well as what inspired you, which I think we all know what it is. Oh, I did not say, I'll go up and get it while you talk about it.
Well, it started with all the answers here and concern around from the newspaper, from magazine articles, just clipping them, not thinking I would do anything about it. I found it very cathartic and therapeutic. Then once I had all these strips of paper, I said, okay, I need to pull this together into something to make a statement. So I'm calling it protest art, if you will. And the 0846 is very obvious for me, and I thought there could be no other title. And then the likeness of George Floyd. So, and that Black lives, all lives, trans lives, old lives, blue lives, all lives matter. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
And we appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Denise is also a board member here and does a lot of volunteer work. So that's our presentation as far as the awards go.